Hey guys, it's Lindsay. I'm back with another process video. Today I'm going to be following another Scrap Lift Sunday from Paper Issues Friends and Fans Facebook group. I'm really having a lot of fun working on these. It makes it so easy. So what I'm doing is I started off by showing you some things I pulled from my stash. There was some different thickers. This is the new Heidi Swap sticker pad. I thought about using some of those black tiny words. There's some clear tiny words there. And then these are an old Me and My Big Ideas little sticker pack. I don't know how long I've had these, but there were some black elements on there and some of the lime green I thought I could use. Because I'm going to be using this Echo Park Teen Spirit collection. And I have used this for just one other layout, I think. So that's why those pages look kind of funny there. I cut out some triangles and that. But I'm going to scrap these two photos here, and this was from my brother-in-law's 40th birthday party. Poor guy was in a wheelchair because he severely hurt his ankle. So it was kind of funny because everybody thought he was just in the wheelchair because it was his 40th, and you know. But the first one, the first photo is of him and my son making their silly faces, and in the background was his wife photobombing them. And then the other one is just him drinking a beer with the photo frame that I made and just making a silly face. So I thought it would be fun to document this. And I love this collection so much, this Teen Spirit. I might have to get some more of it. Which you can get in the shop, by the way. They still have it. And I'll have my discount code at the end. Remember to use that if you go to the website to get yourself 20% off, which is amazing. So I'm going through the sketch that we're lifting this week is a grid design, and her grid design was kind of vertical, vertical rectangles. So they were like 3x2 rectangles. I'm going to turn mine on the side and do them horizontal because that's the way that my pictures are laid out. So I did look through those cut aparts, and I was hoping there was one that went horizontally just to use as a filler, but there wasn't any. So I do start by cutting these. I think I start them at 3x2 because I think that's what my photo is, and my photos might be a little bit smaller. They are because I put the border on them. So my photos do end up being a little bit smaller than 3x2. So I'll see that in the end here because they don't fit on my page as well as I wanted them to at the 3x2 size. So I think that's what I was doing here. Maybe was cutting it down a little bit. Yeah, I ended up cutting them down, and they end up being, let's see, I'm measuring now. They end up being 2.5 by, that can't be right, 2.5 by 2.5. Oh, 3.5 by 2.5, if I could read the ruler. And my pictures are, let's see, about 3.25 by 2.25. So how I have my picture up there at the top is kind of how I wanted to do it. I wanted to have kind of a messy grid. And I love grid designs because you can do whatever you want with them. You can keep them all within the lines. You can go outside the lines, whatever you want to do. Oh, those triangles that I was kind of cutting off of there were like really nice, perfect size triangles. So I did set those aside to maybe try and do another layout with, using those somehow. But again, I'm just going through the papers here and seeing which ones I can use for my grid. I don't know what I'm putting in the background just yet, which is why I just have them laid out on my mat there. What am I doing here? I'm trying to get this one to cut out good. I love that sticker sheet that you can see laying there. There's so many boyish things on there that are so popular right now. I don't mean to say popular right now, but modern, I guess. So like the video games, the fidget spinners, all that kind of fun stuff. So that's perfect for any boy in your life. So I did take one of these cut apart cards, and it said something on it. I don't have it anymore, but it's just got some light lines on it. And my intentions was to do some journaling on this card. but I forget about that when I start embellishing and I cover it up. So I didn't put any journaling on this page, but there probably will be pages, next to it that'll talk about the birthday party and all that good stuff. So I only had gotten one of each of the pieces of paper that Cassie carries in the shop. So I think I only had like 6 different pieces. So I am not having troubles finding what I want, but I had a mess. So off there to the right, I had a big mess of just all my papers and everything. So I go away here in just a second to grab what I think I might want to use for my background paper, and I pull 3 different things. I pull out a craft, a black, and a old Bow Bunny blue paper. That's it. And I kind of wanted to try to use craft up because I have a lot of it and I don't really use it for background, so I thought that would be something fun and different, but I didn't like the way it looked. And if you can see, my squares aren't fitting on here very well. So I do end up shortening them, and I love it on that blue paper, but I don't know, it kind of blended, the blues in the grids kind of blended in with it, and I really wanted those to stand out, and so the black helped that a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and trim those down a little bit. I had them too big, and as you can see, they wouldn't fit across the page. So after I get those trimmed down, I'm going to go ahead and start laying them back out, and I think I'm going to go ahead and commit and glue those down. This one was a lot of fun to make. It was fun to just sprinkle all those embellishments all over and get them used up that way. And I got a thicker used up that I haven't used in a long time, and I'll show you that tell you about that when we get there. So I'm going to just lay my ruler there so that I can start my middle row at the 6-inch mark, so it's in the middle of my paper. And then I just kind of eyeball the gaps in between. And then when I do the top and the bottom, so see, like my left hand margin and my right hand margin aren't the same, but that doesn't bother me. That's not what you focus on when you look at the layout. Everything else, the pictures and all the other fun stuff, is what you focus on, so I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm just going to get these all glued down. And that red one I almost flip over again. I had already flipped it, but I almost flipped it over again. That white one I thought about putting kind of wonky. I didn't show you in here, but I thought about putting it kind of wonky. But I thought, no, I'm going to stick to the grid lines. I thought about backing my photos with that really pretty Bow Bunny paper, but it was too nice to use up just to back my tiny photos. I'd like to save it for a background. And that's my problem. I need to use my stuff up and not keep saving it for, it's something that might come along better. And I am getting a little bit better about that, but it's something I definitely need to work on. So I backed that top photo with the red paper, and that helps it pop up off that white. And unfortunately, I love that white paper with the cassette tapes on it, but once I've put my photo on there, you don't even see the cassette tapes, but that's okay. This one I'm going to put on the plaid paper there, but I make sure that I line it up so that I don't have the red showing on either side, since it's going on top of that red rectangle. So that one, that you can just see the blue and the white kind of sticking out from it. And I thought about putting it down in this corner just to cover up some of that busyness, but in my head I still, I envisioned it over that red rectangle, so that is where I do end up putting it. Of course, I'm going to pop my photos up with some foam, craft foam, and that just makes it stand up off the page and makes them more of their focal point, I feel. Gives it a little bit dimension, so I really like doing that. And see, I don't put my photos right within the frame of the grid. I kind of have cattywampus on there just hanging out, and I really like how that looks. Now here's the one that I'm pointing at that says cheers, But every time I would flip through my thickers, I would read it as cheeks. And I'm like, who would use a thicker that says cheeks? So glad I used it on this because it was perfect, obviously, for the occasion. Our theme was cheers and beers to 40 years, so it was perfect. And now when I look at it, I do see cheers. I don't know why, what made me see it funny when it was on the backer sheet, but I do pull off a couple of these stars as well and just put those on there. It's just another, you know, as my 3 things that were kind of puffed up black pieces. This guitar sticker I wanted to use on there for sure because my brother-in-law loves playing the guitar. And then what else did I put on there? This sticker says, like a boss. Oh, I put the one above my photo there that says photobomb. That was where my sister-in-law was standing behind them. And then I chose this Converse sticker. He loves his Converse as well. And it was just cute, kind of a filler there. That little sticker is in all the different colors and it says legit. This one, I don't remember what this one says, but I don't get it to work. I think it said killing it, but I didn't get it to work. It was just a weird shape. This one here with kind of the 4 colors says rock, and I wanted to use this because he loves rock and roll. So I do get that on right there. And I like how that adds some of the color to that corner. I then go ahead and grab these Me and My Big Idea stickers. And they're very translucent, so it doesn't show up as like lime green on the black paper, but that one said Saturday because the party was on Saturday night, so I thought, why not? And then I took these labels that I had. I don't even know where or what these are from, but I figured they matched and I wanted to get them used up. So I do tuck one in there kind of behind the guitar, and then I put that legit sticker on top of it. And then the other half I try to get to work, but I don't right away, so I just stuck it up on my laptop there. And then these are some more of the Me and My Big Ideas, stickers. That one I put on the photo said haha, and this one says you had to be there. And then that one's just a black star, a star cut out of the black so it shows through. Then that was a little red one that says you rock. And another red one or orange one that says all my friends. And I toyed with putting a white one there. I think it said so crazy. Oh yeah, because I put it down below. I thought it looked kind of cute there, but then it took away from my title. And I had another one up there that says today was awesome, and then a blue one that says this was epic. So I got quite a few of those used up. That was nice. Watching this back, I do like that triangle that said hello, but I didn't use it at the time, obviously. I am going to cut out from this cut apart card this little section that says you are so cool, and use that as one of my elements on, it ends up on that top black one, but it sits there for now. And then I seen this light bulb that said lit, and I thought that was so cute, especially for like this drinking party. So if you noticed, I had I had cut out from probably the other side, and it took off part of the light bulb. But that's okay, I get it to work. I just layer something over that section. It was perfect. So I did go ahead and cut that out. And I thought I was going to put it right here next to this you are so cool and see how I covered up that cut out part. But it doesn't end up staying there. I went ahead and grabbed a 1.5 inch punch to try to cut out some of those circles, but they were too big. So I grabbed my 1 inch, and I'm going to cut out, I think, 4 of those right now. And these are I'm just using these as extra embellishments because at this point I completely forgot that I had the embellishment packs for this collection, which was fine because I got to use up kind of what I had as if I didn't have the embellishments. So I am going to, I pop up that light bulb, but then I'm going to grab out something else I haven't used in a long time, and those are I don't even know what they're called. They're not acrylic, but they're not rubber, but you put them over top of the circle. I'm getting them out here. You can kind of see them in the bottom left there. It's just like a clear circle that you stick on top of a 1 inch circle that you cut out, and it makes like a flare. They're really neat, but these I've had forever, and I just got them on Amazon. I think I searched like clear bubble sticker maybe. Um, and they are kind of yellowing, but you can't tell when you put them on top. They just look a little cloudy, which doesn't bother me. So I am going to, oh, the one that said, the yellow one there that says, oh yeah, I'm going to pop up so that I can sit next to my light bulb there that's popped up. And so that just sits there. And then the other two, I had to trim around because I wasn't straight enough when I set them down on top of it. And that's okay, you can't even tell. But I do end up kind of putting those three there. And then there's that one, so that one's a black with a white skull. And then this one's a red one that says so rad. Excuse me, I don't know, I have a frog in my throat. I do find something to back this up on, and I just put it on this tennis shoe paper because then just a little bit of the colors show around the outside. Oh, and I do cut that with my, you know how I am with cutting with my scissors, but came out pretty good. I'm getting better. So I adhere that down, and then I take this teal colored skull with one of those bubble things on top, and put that there. This is the other half of that label that I do pop down there, and I forgot. I was going to put the date on there, but I already took my photos and I had forgotten to put it on there. So the date will go on that little half label there. This is another sticker from those Me and My Big Ideas, and it says just like old times, and it's the lime green, but it's kind of blends into the background because it is transparent, but that's okay. You can still tell that it's green and gives me another little pop of the lime on there. This black tiny word sticker said the best way to spend time, and then the other one said can't stop laughing. I tried to use those other clear ones with the black writing, but they just blended right in. You couldn't see them at all. So I'm just flipping through this Heidi Swap sticker book. And did I pull anything out of there? I don't remember. I don't think I have yet. Trying to look at the layout to see if there was anything. It had some of the colors in it, the lime green and stuff like that, so I kind of wanted to maybe use some more of that. But oh, I did put a geotag at the top right there. That's what I pulled out of all of that. These are some cork arrows that I've had forever, and as you watch me, they pull apart, but you can put them right back together and no one would even know. So I do put 3 of those around my page, and I think I'm going to go ahead and pull out my enamel dots, and this is where I think that I am almost done. So I do put those in 3 different places. There's a green one, a blue one, and a yellow one. But then friends, after this, oh, I do show you here that I get my things at Eyelet Outlet, and they're always at this big show up in Novi, Michigan that we go to every year. But anyways, this is where it's about to all go wrong. I wish somebody was here to stop me. Okay, so I'm looking at it, and you know I'm all about backing my layouts with like a border. Oh, first I'm going to see if there's anything else I want. But you know how I'm all about backing my layouts with a border. So I do something that goes terribly wrong. It looks fine in the end, but I wish I wouldn't have done it. I guess I'm going to go ahead and I cut out these, I guess they're like buttons. I wanted some more like dimension right there. I wanted something else right there. So I was going to cut out the same one that's there. So that one said YOLO. And I was going to cut out the same one and just pop it up, but it wasn't enough like contrast. So I do punch out the one that says Epic, and I was just going to mix and match them like that. So I do pop up the Epic one and put it there, but then I don't really like that blue one there because it's kind of just plain. So I'm going to go and, oh, I try to put like a little banner behind it. I don't like that either. So I do go back to the sticker sheet here in just a moment to try to find something. See, I don't like how that goes. It needs something more. So I go to the sticker sheet and I end up finding this bomb sticker that says The Bomb. And that looks perfect there. And it kind of like, connects all of, or it kind of connects that one to the other grid pieces. So I do pop that up on some foam, craft foam. Okay, so I look at it, I'm done, it looks good. Wait, do I have a full piece of paper that I can back? See, I like the red at the bottom, but I didn't have a full sheet. So I pull this one out and I'm like, that looks really nice down there. Even though you wouldn't have been able to tell how I had it there, that they were flags, but I was okay with that because it was just all the colors. So for some reason I tore that thinking I could put it down there, and I'm like, no, that you can't have the torn bottom piece at the bottom. So I try to tear this black and it just goes, it's like a textured cardstock. Doesn't tear very well, friends. Word to the wise, does not tear very well. See that big chunk right in the middle? Yeah, wish that wouldn't have happened, but it's okay. I made it work. That piece wasn't big enough to cover all my tears. This is tearing gone wrong. I've never ever had an issue with tearing. But then I can't find a piece that's right, that's not torn, that's straight. It was just a hot mess. I was so frustrated at this point. Like, I just wanted to give up. Looking back at it now, when I was editing this video, I should have just cut off that ripped portion and then cut off just above that "You Are So Cool" thing at the top, and then just mounted it on another paper, either black again or blue or red or something. But here we are, and as you can see at the end, when it's all done, it looks fine. It just adds lots more color and makes it more crazy, which is perfect. So I get that on finally, and I don't like that big giant hole that's kind of in the middle right there. So I do go and look. See, I can't even get this to come up. It's stuck so good. Oh, I'm so frustrated. But I took this red piece and I do kind of cram it up in there, and it looks good. It's fine. It's just another element of color, so I'm good with it. I'm gonna let it go and just be done. It's documented, and I completed another challenge, so perfect. I do then take this chunk and cut off just a sliver of it and put it up there in the corner, kind of to tie that bottom, into everything. Oh, and that's it, friends. Here are the still photos, and I want to thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe and come back again. Thanks. Bye.